Honest amigos, I soy Steve and we're back with another episode of Until Dawn. Now, in this episode, we're going to be doing the Platinum Trophy Guide. So basically, having everyone alive, having everyone dead, and getting all the collectibles. So, I would suggest either having a lot of save files, because there's a lot of options in this game, or completing the game and then making it so you can have the choices of going to whichever episode you need. Before we begin, I just wanted to clarify, all the information and all the stuff that I believe should be helpful will be down in the description and everything. And if I miss something or if I mess something up, I'm sorry, okay? I'm only one person. I'm really trying my best. But if I mess something up, I'm terribly sorry. Just let me know down in the comments, I'll fix it. Or if you could help in the comments too, that would also be good. But I'll try my best to keep everything organized and in order, and the information should be right. Hopefully I can, but if I have something wrong, just let me know. Please don't be mad. I'm just one person. So now let's get into the video. Okay, with this, it's gonna help get collectibles and bonus scenes a few episodes from now. So I don't remember which collectibles, but what you need to do is when you're at the shooting range and Chris is shooting all of his stuff, this squirrel is going to pop up. Do not shoot the squirrel. Instead, shoot the sandbag. So that way you can get collectibles in a few episodes from now. And also, why would you want to shoot a poor defenseless squirrel? What did it ever do to you? Okay, now this is another way to save everybody. This is important. What you need to do is, in starting of episode 4, when Mike starts to run after saving Jess, what you need to do is take every risky option or every risky path and complete the QTEs. I believe you can miss a few. I'm not sure how many, but it's probably safer just to get every single QTE so that way you'll have a better chance. I missed that one. Ah, damn it. But you have to get every single QTE and take every risky option when you're saving Jess. Otherwise, you'll lose time and you won't be able to save Jess. So let's see if I can complete all the QTEs and let's see if I can get Jess saved. I didn't show the risky options so that way I could focus on actually doing them and getting them correctly. So I already showed you the first risky option. So just in case you want to know, the next risky options I believe are jump down and then jump and then slide down. I only was able to miss 2 QTEs, and when I came into here, I'm still able to hear Jess screaming, so she sounds alive. So, just to let you know. Okay, this is very important. This will help you get collectibles later in some episodes later on. So you need to follow what I do. This is very important. When the psycho's chasing you, there's going to be some stuff you need to do. Do what I do. First, when you get here, you have to jump over the bed. Because once you get... He opens the door, so there's no point in hiding under it. And then, don't miss the QTE there. Otherwise you'll trip and lose time. And make it so the psycho can catch up to you faster. Keep running. Keep running. Alright, pull that, because there is something up there. There it is. There it is. Get it, get it, get it, get it. Oh, I'm still shocked he can actually do that. We all know it's Josh now. Spoilers if you haven't seen my series. Lock that. Shut that. Hide here. Hide. There's no point in running. You need to hide now. He's locked the door and you locked the door and everything, so we're good. Hang on. Alright, now be perfectly still. Don't move a muscle. And that's it. If you do that, you're all set. That's will help you get collectibles that are missable if you didn't do that right in next few episodes. I don't know how many. Okay, you're kind of in a precarious situation right now with Matt and him hanging from the station tower. But if you do what I say, they can live. So, when you're here, even though M is being quite of a bitch, you're gonna have to be nice to her. So you're gonna be fine, Em. Oh, she pisses me off. Don't move. I'll come get you. I'll try once. Just once. If you'll excuse me, I gotta go. I got my life to save. Bye, bitch. So, M can survive if you did what I did correctly. And if the scene ends like that, you did good. That means Matt will stay alive as well. Okay, once you're running from the flamethrower guy, if you do your don't moves and QTEs correctly, which I forgot to show, you'll have the option to hide or turn back. It's better that you hide, so that way you'll be able to get some pretty good collectibles that you could miss if you don't do this in future episodes. I don't know which one though. So hide. Yeah. So, for this will help with the Night of the Totem Hunter, which is getting all the totems. So in the prologue chapter, once you get here, the first totem is right here. And in order to collect them, will count as them being collected, you have to pick them up and then look at them so you can get the vision, and that gives you the collectible. It will count as collecting it, but you get what I mean. Okay, so the next totem is in chapter 1. When you get to here and then exit the sign, you're able to get the next totem, which is right here. Okay, so when you get to episode 2, the next totem is right here. Okay, so when you get here, the next totem is right down here on the floor. Alright, so when you're Mike and Jess and you have to go start up the generator, when you go to the gate and it's not working, the next totem is right here. Alright, so when you get here, and when the minecart is about to hit you, and hopefully you stopped it, go down this right path, because this is the next totem. It should be right here. Okay, so the next totem, after you leave the cave, there's going to be 2 paths up ahead, a right path and a left path. The next totem is down at the left path. Right here. Okay, so the next totem is in chapter 3. And once you get to this truck, you have to go left over here. And the next totem is right over, if I can get to it fast enough, right here. See? Right there. Okay, so the next totem, after Jess scares the living pants off of you, is right here. Okay, the next totem is in chapter 4. Once you get to here, after running to hopefully save Jessica. Right here. I knew it was here, I just couldn't see where. Okay, so the next totem is down here on the start, well, not the start, in chapter 4. Down this pathway down here. Now watch out, because that's why. Right here. Yeah. Okay, so the next totem is in chapter 4. Once you get to this shed here, what you have to do is go left of it, so this way, and all the way at the very back of this section. It seems like a lot of space that's not used up to its sufficiency, but here's the totem. Okay, so the next totem is in episode 5. Once you get to the sanatorium entrance and go all the way at the end right here to this gate, there is a totem, I believe. Yes, there is. Okay, so in order to get the next totem, once you get to the sanatorium entrance in chapter 5, what you need to do is go left. Because what I learned, you're able to go through the front door. So in my playthrough, I wasn't that stupid, because I was able to go through the front door because it's unlocked. But it's better to go through this way because there's a totem that is missable if you go through the front door and not go through this way. So once you go through this way and step inside, it should be around the right side of the end of the room. And what you need to do is get that before you set the barrel up to put yourself up in order to escape this room. It'll make more sense once I do it. So, the next totem is right, down, over, up, and This is taking a bit. Over here. Okay, after you come into this room, after shooting the lock off the gate door thingamabobber, the next totem is down the left of these stairs that lead you downstairs. And it's right around the end of the room, about over here. Okay, so the next totem is when you're Matt and Emily, and when you walk down the hill, you have to go all the way to the left side of the place, and the next totem is right here. Okay, so once you get here, the next totem is up these stairs and right around this corner right here. This is the next totem. Okay, so when you get here, the next totem is right straight ahead, but not too far to the right. Don't go right, otherwise you'll go more with the story and not be able to get this. Okay, so when you get to the broadcast tower, the next trophy is... so bright. The next totem is right here. Okay, so the next totem is in episode 7. What you need to do is when you're in the mines and you're about to go up the ladder, you have to go over here to the very far end of this room, and at the very end of the corner is another totem. Right over... Wow, even I'm pressing the run button, it's still slow. Here. Okay, so after you restore power to the mine shaft and then come down the stairs, the next totem is right on this corner right here. Okay, so the next totem is in episode 8. What you need to do is when you get here, you have to go to this wall over here, and here's the next one. Okay, so the next totem is in episode 9. What you need to do is you need to go all the way to this back left room over here once you get back to the asylum, and then you have to go all the way here until you get to this room, and then you have to go over here, and right here on the floor is the next totem. Okay, so the next totem is in episode 9. This is when you're with the group with Sam, Chris, and Emily. Before you go too far down this hallway to get to the sewers, there's a little hallway here to the left, and this right here is the next totem. Okay, so the next totem is here when you are as Ashley. You have two choices, rejoin group or investigate voice. Investigate voice is where the totem is, not the rejoin group. And also be careful when you do the investigate voice option, because there is the possibility of death if you do something wrong. Okay, so when you reach here, don't go down that way. The next totem is down here to the left end, and right here is the next totem. Okay, a little side note before you continue on down this path after you just got the collectible. When you see this, don't open it, otherwise Ashley will die. And depending on whether you left Chris back there or make him rejoin the group, if you left Chris back there, he will also die. So don't open it, just continue on with the path and you should be perfectly safe. Unless you're in the route of killing everybody for their trophies, then you can gladly do that. Okay, so the next totem, after you climb the rock wall and leave the group as Sam, you'll be into this place. Don't go that way. Instead, go up these stairs over here, these hidden stairs. And then when you get to this little intersection right here, you have a left path and a straight path. Don't go left, otherwise you will not be able to get this totem. It's up the straight path stairs at the very end of this room, I should say, right over here. Okay, so the next totem is in episode 10. Before you jump down there into the water, it is right, if I can look the right way, right here. Okay, so once you boost up Sam up to make her leave and inform everyone that you guys are okay, and then become Josh, the next totem is down this left hallway over here. I don't know what you guys are talking about, but I don't want to worry about that right now. It's all the way down this little corridor thing. This is the next totem. Okay, so the next totem is when you're Mike and Jess in the mines, I believe, but higher in the mines. So if you see a light at the very end of the hallway, what I want you to do is go back, because you'll be walking on train tracks, and this right here is the next totem. Okay, so the next totem is after you climb the rock wall. Next totem is right down the right path over here, and it is right here on this glowing spot. And this is the next totem. Okay, by now you should have all the totems, which should get you the trophy Knight of the Totem Collector or Knight of the Totem Hunter. I forget which one. And when you get all the totems, you get a little video afterwards. At the bottom of the screen, you see there the events of the past. So, since I haven't showed this in my series, since I didn't get all the totems, let's see it.
Many years ago, my grandfather hunted those possessed by the curse. But there was one that eluded him. The fiercest of all, the Macapichu. It was a terrible thing, and my grandfather could not defeat it. Sometime after, the prospectors came to mine this mountain, until a cave-in trapped them in and woke the curse again. And there were dozens of men with no food, no light. And in that blackness, the hunger came. They were consumed by their abominable cravings and driven mad. Murderers, cannibals, eating human flesh. And if you kill this monstrous thing, the spirit is released and swirls the mountain like an evil wind waiting to possess again. You best not kill them, I have tried. You can only trap them, taunt them with fire. And after all these years, after many moons and many hunts, the Macapichu still roamed free, out of my grasp, beyond my reach. Until one night, a year ago, I was finally able to get him in my sights. But we were not alone in the woods that night. While I was tracking the Macapichu, it was tracking something else. The Macapichu forced your friends over the mountain. There was nothing I could do. I couldn't save your friends, but I could avenge them. I hunted the Wendigo down and I doused it with fire. The Macapichu was dead.
Gruesome. That's that. Okay, so this helps you get the trophy, the Fateful Descent. And what it is collecting all the 1952 clues. And the first one starts in chapter 2. Why did I click that? And the first one is right here. Okay, so the next 1952 clue is in episode 3. And once you get to this little bunker cabin looking thing, it's right here. Okay, so once you enter the sanatorium and see the guy with his puppies, you have to go all the way back to the front entrance. And that is where the next 1952 clue is. If that made sense. Okay, so the next 1952 collectible is when you get to this room here, you'll know what it looks like when you get to it. You have to go over here to this safe. And what you have to do is try to break into the safe, and the collectible should be inside. Now, so let's see if I can... And there's a collectible right there. Okay, so the next 1952 collectible, after you unlock the safe, you have to go all the way down here, and right over here is a camera. This is the next 1952 clue. Okay, so after you leave the room with the camera and the safe, you have to go over here, and down to this hallway into this room is the next 1952 clue. And it's newspaper. Okay, so after you leave the room with the camera and the safe, and then come back from the room with the newspaper, when you go down this hallway and enter this room on the right, the next 1952 clue is right here. Okay, so after you get the machete, what you need to do is go down here, and in this room, you go into this curtain, and once you get into this room, there should be a torture chair. And that is the next 1952 collectible.
Shit. Oh.
The torture stare still just gives me the heebie-jeebies. Okay, so after you get to here and see the dog's shadow, what you need to do is go into this room. And in this room is the next 1952 clue, all the way at the end of the room, right here. Okay, in this room, there are 3, I guess, morgue cabins, you can call them, in this room. I opened all of them, so that way we can save some time. One gives you the card in order to progress. The other 2 give you the collectibles. So that's one of the 1952 collectibles, and the other 1952 collectible is here. And then the final 1952 collectible is over here on this shelf. It's a head. So that's all the 1952 collectibles in this room. Okay, so when you get here, after you shoot the lock off the gate door thing, the next 1952 clue is on the right side of these stairs that lead you downstairs. And it's around the end of the room right here. This is the next 1952 clue. Okay, so the next 1952 clue is in episode 7. And once you get to the mines with Emily, because yes, she's alive, you have to go up here, and don't do anything with this minecart yet. You have to go over here to this box. And once you open the box, there's a little picture in there. And that's the next 1952 clue. Okay, so once you're completely in the mines after pushing the minecart and letting it fall and break the gate, what you need to do is go over here to these time card stamps. These are the next 1952 clues. Okay, so the next 1952 collectible is down this right hallway when you get here. It's in this box, and it's a picture. Okay, so the next 1952 collectible is in episode 8. What you need to do is in the very beginning, you have to go to this room right here, and there's a postcard that you pick up. That's the 1952 collectible. Okay, so the next 1952 collectibles are this whole book, and it's literally unmissable if you're playing the story.
This guy's a little OCD.
Shit. Okay, never mind. I thought that it would stop reading the book. All these pages are part of the collectibles. And there's a secret page, too, that I bluntly missed in my series. So it tells you to keep swiping this way. But the secret page is the very beginning page, right here. So after that, all these other pages are the rest of the 1952 clues. Okay, so the next 1952 collectible is in episode 9. What you need to do, when you get back to the asylum, there's this room at the back left corner of this big giant room in the middle. What you need to do is go all the way down the end of this corridor to the outside of this broken wall. And once you reach the outside, there's this graveyard right here. This is the next 1952 clue. Okay, so the next 1952 clue is after you get out of that elevator and talk to your wolf friend if you followed the Skillful Wolfman trophy that I talked about earlier in this video. So once you go down these stairs and you have to make a left over in this room, and on the table back here is the next 1952 clue. Okay, so once you follow the dog, or didn't, depending on if you friended it or not, once you go down here into this wing that says B wing, you have to go backwards to get the next 1952 clue. And, well, there's a couple here, or a few. The first one is in this room. What you have to do is start the film in here and watch it, and that's the first 1952 clue. The second one is going all the way back down the hall into this room. The next 1952 clue is in this desk drawer right here, and it's looking through this whole folder in order to get the next 1952 clue. But I'm not going to show it. And then after you look through the whole folder, you have to break down these 2 doors down this hallway here, and then there's going to be a dead body here. What you need to do is get the item that's on his leg, read it, and that's the next 1952 clue. Okay, by now you should have had all the 1952 collectibles collected, and I've got the trophy, the Fateful Descent, or Descent, I don't know how to pronounce it. Okay, with this, will help with the trophy, You Open Their Eyes, and it's getting all the Mystery Man collectibles, So the first collectible is when Josh wants to sell you something, it's right here. Remember, you have to look at collectibles in order for them to count as being collected. Alright, so when you get to chapter 2, the next Mystery Man collectible is right here. Do it or get it before you go into the house to make sure you get it, because remember my playthrough, I did miss some stuff, so yeah. Alright, so once you get here, that's the way to go, so you need to go this way for the next Mystery Man collectible, which is right here. Okay, so the next Mystery Man clue, whoa, okay. When you get here, you have to go down this hallway to right here. And in this room is an answering machine. And you have to click it in order to get the next clue for the Mystery Man. Okay, so the next Mystery Man collectibles are right here. A cigarette bud. Yoink. And then, let go of the cigarette bud. And then, right here with these things. Okay, so the next Mystery Man collectible, when you're Sam and when you're trying to get hot water, you gotta go into this room. So the collectible of the Mystery Man is right over here on this desk. So the next Mystery Man collectible is in the cabin. But before you start the fire, you have to get this collectible, otherwise you won't be able to get it, because when you start the fire, that will continue the story where Jess gets captured and then you won't be able to continue searching in the cabin. Okay, so the next twin collectible is right here in this room. It's this picture. So the next Mystery Man collectible is right here when you go downstairs from the room you were doing your Ouija board fun at. Okay, the next Mystery Man collectible is here. When you get to this part, if you go left, there should be a Native American picture right there. So down here is the next Mystery Man collectible. Okay, so the next Mystery Man collectible is in chapter 4. What you gotta do is when you're here as Chris, you gotta go down this pathway right here. But watch out, because there's a jump scare once you get around here. I already triggered it a minute ago, but don't worry about that. The next Mystery Man collectible is right here. It's this piggy head. So the next Mystery Man collectible is in this room, and it is right here. I believe it's a cigarette butt. I don't know why I said cigarette butt, I meant cigar. So the next Mystery Man collectible is right in here, and I believe it's a map. Yeah, a map. Okay, so the next Mystery Man collectible is when you're Matt and Emily, and it's not missable, it's actually part of the story. What it is, Emily, move out of my way. What it is, it's this axe. Okay, so the next Mystery Man collectible is when you're here as Sam. What you need to do is when you get out of the restroom and then go down the stairs, there's a room over here to the, depending on right or left, depending on where you're facing or how you count it, and you go to this desk over here, and it is right here at this desk. Did I get you? If I did, good on me. If I didn't, bad on me.
But you did see it, Chris.
I'm only showing that because one, I wanted to scare you, and two, there are some Mystery Man collectibles to get. For one, this.
Doesn't seem as old as some of the stuff down
If I can open it, just looking through it. It gets you the Mystery Man collectible, like that, looking at that right there. The next Mystery Man collectible is down in this corner right here. If you looky, there's a camera. Okay, so once you get to here, you have to go to the right of this room, and the next Mystery Man collectible is right here. Alright, so the next Mystery Man collectible, after you talk to Chris in this hallway, what you need to do is go this way, and then you'll see sparks and fumes over here. Collect that, and this is the next Mystery Man collectible. Okay, so there's a few Mystery Man collectibles in this room. The first one is these bloody hooks over here. The next one is over here at these pictures on the wall. There's a lot of pictures on the wall, and these are the next ones. The final one is back here. I'm not going to click it, but I'm going to tell you it's over here. It's this dead pig you can see hanging. The only reason I won't click it, because I don't want to try to blur it out again, because it's fucking disgusting. Go click the pig, and that's the next Mystery Man collectible. Okay, the next Mystery Man collectible is in episode 7, and I'm pretty sure this is after I showed you how to safely escape the psycho, because I just saw Sam crawl out of an air vent, so I'm assuming that this is after you escape the psycho safely. So I think this is where you can't get to if you don't escape the psycho. So what you need to do is first look at this. This is the first Mystery Man collectible. So the next Mystery Man collectible is right here at this desk, in this drawer right over here. And it's this folder. Look through it, and that's the next one. So the next Mystery Man collectible is after you get the folder from the desk, you have to go back here over to the shelves, and you'll find a phone. This is the next Mystery Man collectible. So after you get the phone, the next Mystery Man collectible is down in this corridor right near these boxes over here, and it's not a portrait, I should say a remembrance of Hannah and Beth. Okay, so after you get here and look through that door over there, the next Mystery Man collectible is right on this table, which is a voice recorder or tape recorder. Okay, so the next two Mystery Man collectibles are, once you get to this door, you have to go in here into this room, and then the first one is this suit, and then the next Mystery Man collectible is this camera right here. Okay, by now you should have got all the Mystery Man collectibles, and I've gotten the trophy, You Open Their Eyes. Okay, so this will help you get the trophy, The Tale of the Two Sisters, and that's basically collecting all the collectibles that is about Hannah and Beth. So the first one is in chapter 2, and it's this painting right here with Hannah and Beth and their family. Okay, so the next sister twin clue thingamajigger is right here. Make sure you take it and take the back so that way you can have the clue. Okay, so the next sister clue is right down this way over here. And it is right, if I can get to it, here. Bloop. Okay, so the next twin sister clues after you're Sam and leave the bathroom because you're trying to get hot water are in this room. There's, I believe, 2 or 3, if I'm not mistaken. The first one should be right here, and the next one should be right here. Okay, so the next twin collectible is right here after you're done talking to Josh, after you send Chris and Ashley to get the Ouija board. Okay, so the next twin collectible is in the cabin, and it's over here. Now before you start the fire, you have to get this collectible, otherwise you won't be able to get it, because when you start the fire, it will continue the story to where Jess gets captured, and then you won't be able to continue searching in the cabin. So that's the next twin collectible. Okay, so the next twin collectible is in the back of this room after you're done having your Ouija board fun, and it's Hannah's things you know. Okay, so the next twin collectible is right here in this room. It's this picture. Okay, when you get here, the next twin collectible is to the left, not to the right. To the right is progressing with the story, and if you go to the right first, you won't be able to get this collectible. So what you need to do is go left, and in this place, there is a board that is loose. You get it, and then you get the twin collectible. Okay, so the next twin collectibles are, you don't have to turn on the power for one, but you have to turn on the power for the other. So the first one is here, and here obviously you don't need to turn on the power, and it's right there. So the next one you do need power, and it's this printer right here. So after you press the button, it will give you another twin clue, which will be another twin clue collected. Okay, so the next twin collectible is in chapter 7, or episode 7. The first one is this picture right here. Collect that, that's the first one. The next one is right down here at this board, which are these glasses. Collect that, that's the next one. And then coming left from the glasses, over here, moving these boards away will reveal another twin collectible. And then from the boards, you go up and to the right over here, and then down this little pathway right here is a grave, which is another twin collectible. And then from the grave, you go up this hallway right here, and instead of going all the way straight, you have to go right, and down the right hallway, man, I can never speak. You have to go all the way to the end of the room, and then you'll see this. I'm not going to show it, but you'll see it. Okay, if you go down all the way down the hallway to the hallway where I said not to go down to, before I showed you the body, there is another twin collectible on this barrel. Okay, so the next twin collectible is in episode 10. What you need to do is when you get here, before you jump in the water, you have to go take this left path over here, and it's right down at the very end of this little section, I suppose, right here. And right here is the next twin collectible. Okay, so the next twin collectible, if you do this correctly by following this totem, it's near this water well in episode 10. What you need to do is when you get to the water well, instead of going right where Mike is going, you have to go left and jump off this little cliff up here, and there is the next twin collectible. Okay, by now, you should have got all the twin collectibles and have got the trophy, The Tale of the Two Sisters. So, enjoy your platinum. I'd like to thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy. And I'll catch you on the next one. Hasta la vista, baby.